first tree was going to be crane, but I think if I just follow this tree through the open spot, get a bunch of stuff on the ground right away and get a jump start on getting this done. There's a lot of trees to cut here today. They're after defensible space. This is an area that would just burn to smithereens if a fire came through here, and so we're trying to get some of the things that will make a fire spread to their structures out of here. And some people will think this is a tragedy to lose some of these trees, and I kind of agree, but they don't. So what I'm doing, the driveway could get Joe poked by some of these limbs or scuffed up pretty bad, but put these mats down and that should guard against that. And I think there's enough room to drop this tree down the driveway past the oak. Don't want to take out that light. There's a power line out there, but it all kind of looks doable to me, and it'll save a bunch of setup on the crane. Did not break the oak.
We're heading to a job today, and on the schedule all it says is fall big pine tree.
Okay, here we are. We got the buddy axe. We got a pretty good sized pine tree. This guy's cool, we've worked for him. He's got an old soccer net thing there. And because of sentimental reasons, he'd like to keep that intact. But he also likes that oak tree. But I think it's possible that one of those things needs to suffer a little in order to do what he wants to do, which is go out into here. And so we'll see. It'd be nice to put it just to the left of that soccer thing without wrecking it, and somehow not tear a limb off that oak, but I think the oak tree will suffer. I do. And he's like, well, if it does, then we'll just cut it down. So he's not tripping hard, you know what I mean? Interesting, this guy here, he's long dead now, but he was my dad's boss for years. He was a four-wheel drive mechanic. And I actually, from way back then, this is a saw that my dad bought me when I was first starting out. It's still got a sticker from where my dad worked, Carl's 4x4. The guy was a legend. It was him and R.B. Slagle that made the Phoenix, which was the land speed record semi truck. They used to run out on salt flats in Utah. So I was making my traditional low stump because he's gonna mill the logs, you know? But he wants a high stump because that's why he came over. He wants a high stump because he's gonna push it over with a cat and he'll have a little better leverage. Oh, you guys are low on batteries.
That one oak limb.
He likes the goalpost.
So we saved for goalpost.
Pretty easily predictable, really, that limb was going to suffer. I started holding wood this way at the end. So that this brushy stuff would be sure to miss this sentimental goalpost. And that did make more of a mark this direction. But he said if he had to choose between the two, he'd rather booger up the oak than the goalpost. So not the goal was the goal. I wanted to somewhat eloquently, if possible, talk about this stump for those people who like to know these things. Let's see, how can I do this? Okay, so the tree actually had a lot of lean this way, which would threaten that soccer goal, right? And so, but it had limb weight this way. But I figure that the predominant concern was that it was heavy this way, okay? So that's why I had more wood on this side the whole time. See, look. See, this is a thinner hinge on this side. So I cut up to about here, you know, this wide. And then I started coming across and leaving it fatter on this side. And I was watching it go. When I was watching it, it was kind of scarily drifting toward the soccer thing. And so I just kept holding wood over here because that's pulling it that way, right? And that's why even when it was going, it was starting to tip and move pretty fast. You can see this wood here. This wood looks different than this wood. It's because this wood was moving. When I cut it, it was moving faster. And so it's kind of raised and it's got that more choppy look. So I was leaving, I didn't want anything in the stump other than what was on this side. This is the hinge I wanted more. This just was kind of like a placeholder. You don't want to cut it off, but you don't want it steering you this way, okay? So that's why I pulled my saw bar back a little bit. And I started cutting this off when it was moving faster. And then once it was committed, I basically just stepped away from it. And I was a little bit over concerned, probably because I could have snuck a few more inches to the right there. And even if I would have brushed that old goalpost thing, it might have been okay. But they told me we like that. It's sentimental. We played soccer with our kids. So I had my marching orders. Anyway, I hope some of that makes sense to you. If you care, just to summarize, I was holding wood this way, which was steering the tree that way a little bit.
Turn some of the old stuff.
Brand new fence. This pine tree broke up there somehow, which seems odd. All tucked in there tight. It broke. It's a green tree too.
I know.
I don't ride in shorts.
Then it broke and held itself up here, and he doesn't like the way it's threatening his brand new fence. So we'll probably put a rope into this, tie it, then cut it back until eventually we do something really cool to make it all land somewhere besides the fence. Okay, Damien has his rope over that trusty dead limb. And we will now put it onto this.
I'll be back over in a minute.
All right. The trusty dead limb. Where do you want me to cut this thing?
We'll be cutting it back from the tip. It won't matter once this is on. Because this right here will save it if either side falls off. It's not a high interest job, YouTube, but it's what we got. Damien's gonna hold the rope while I do some cutting. Get your hat. Ready?
Yeah.
It actually would weigh something, wouldn't it?
twist off of there?
I know, I'm hoping I can twist it off. I gotta judge the teeter-totter.
Yeah. I don't think it's too much. I think it's... It'll come off, we can just pull it out.
You got a little bit of bark.
Yeah.
It's on there pretty good.
Dang pine.
Seems like it's gonna hold on. If it comes off that end, then the butt will be swinging like this, which could also do something negative. But I think it's gonna hold on. How it ends up, I don't know yet. Now the butt weighs more than this side.
Yeah. I mean, if we have to, we could throw a line in that little fur and SRT up there and make the cut.
So now, let it down some, and if it comes off, you may have to drop it just a little so the butt hits the ground before it gets to the fence. But I think, can you let it go some?
Yeah. Put a pull line in that one. Is there a spot? Is there a spot to just put that down?
Yeah, we could pull it toward those cluster. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
It'd be nice if we didn't have to pull the whole length of rope off through there, but
well, it's gonna hang. We can take the rope off. We just need to pull that over. It'll be weird, but it'll be
weird.
It'll be cool. Careful. You'll have to kind of run backwards if it goes.
Yeah. Maybe take some off of it.
It's off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in there pretty good.
Okay, so we know it's gonna hang then.
Yeah.
So we can get rid of this.
What would cause a tree that small to even get that?
It's
dry?
weird. I don't know. It's weird that it broke, especially when it was probably so jammed in there among the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did have a pretty good windstorm.
Yeah, I got it, August.
Okay, don't spend too much time under that. Yeah, well, we want the whole rope on that side of the fence.
Go for a swing at the...
No.
Yeah, that's on there good.
I don't know why you'd want to be doing that.
I was saying, if it'll twist off, I can just drop it right off.
Here. What?
It was wrapped way weird on this branch. I know.
I had my expectations
I was
were ready
really
to.
trying to keep it on the.
Whoa. Bet you couldn't do that twice.
I know. It's. I think I can just pull it over. Careful if that thing does break off. I don't think it's going to though.
Ready? That was weird.
Yeah.
Very thought-provoking. And it finally came off. It broke out of knot. I don't know why it broke. It might have been... I don't know. That's weird. It was all mashed in there with all them other trees. You think it would have been kind of protected.
I don't want them falling and hurting anybody. I don't want them falling and damaging anything.
We could thread the needle here, but that one right there is married to that limb. We probably have to pull that down.
Well, let's plot out a plan and make a day of it.
Okay. Let's send Jeff back with the bucket truck on an early morning.
I was gonna say I could pull it back a little bit.
With a rope.
Yeah. Yeah, with a rope.
Yeah. And then if you did that, and I made it through there. Yeah, that's definitely helping.
What if I sabotaged you last minute?
Yeah.
They like sprung it really hard. So definitely assist me.
There it goes.
Oh, that's threading the needle.
Wouldn't that have been hell, that one branch?
Yeah, tang.
Took out the fence.
Right.
All right, I can do one more. So you have to pull those back again.
Okay. Does that one have to go? That one's gonna go through those two also?
Yeah. Sugar pine. Ready?
Yeah.
They're fun when you have to push them too, because you can't just focus on your saw. You have to.
Yeah, so you have to like cut up a certain amount, you know.